the 5th, I'll be spending some time at Murray Grove, our Universalist Learning Center in New Jersey, and then later time with Black Lives of Unitarian Universalism. You can find more information about how to connect to any of the events happening here in our bulletin and also on our online calendar. Do we have any visitors who would like to introduce yourselves this morning? I like to remind people that an invitation is an invitation, not a demand, and you get to say no. If you are visiting us, we hope you'll sign our guest book in the fellowship hall or our guest book online so that we can share more information with you about what we do here and continue to be in touch with you. Also, so that someone from our Care and Connection team can introduce you more personally. If you're joining us online, you can also find a link to the online order of service in the chat so that you can follow along. I don't know what's happening there, but it sounds amusing. Okay. So this morning, our room is more full than usual, not just because of the bright and sunny day, but because we get to engage in one of our most special rituals and milestones. It is a child dedication. We'll talk more about what a child dedication is and why we do it when we get to that in the service. But it also seems momentous that it is happening on this Sunday when we start the beginning of our religious exploration program. This Sunday, our first Sunday of fall, which for some of us is a new start, a new beginning, a tipping into a different part of the year. And so we light our chalice with these words of autumnal welcome. I could use somebody to actually light our chalice. From Sarah Getty McNeil. Come in from the crisp morning air outside. Come in wearing the autumn sunlight on your face. Come carrying the turning of the seasons in your heart. Whatever and however the greatness of life is speaking to you now, you are welcome in this circle of friends. This first song that we will sing together, Jim will lead us in This Little Light of Mine. I invite you to stand and move your body into the song if you feel willing. It's 118 in your hymnal, if that's helpful. So we have a lot going on today, and I was unsure about time. So I thought for our first message, rather than tell a once upon a time story, I would tell a all about Reverend Kimberly story, which is kind of a once upon a time story, which for some people who think, oh my God, more about her, and other people will say, oh, yay, we finally get to know what the heck is her deal. But I wanted to talk a little bit about why I work with children in such an intense way as a non-parent. I started as a volunteer in my own congregation, gosh, so many years ago. At that point, I really was a young adult, and we were really looking for young adults, and especially looking for young adults to work with children. I started working with high school age children. I saw a service that the youth in the congregation did, and I was so impressed with them that I marched up to our minister, one of our ministers, after service, and I said, I want to work with them, which was a surprise because generally the understanding was that parents were the ones who did the volunteering for RE. It was rare that somebody who was not a parent and did not feel the obligation, just like voluntarily put themselves forth in that job. But I loved it. And because I had an affinity, my congregation got me some more training to actually know a little bit more about what I was doing. And so I did work with youth in my own congregation. I worked with the religious education, that's what we called it there, team committee in my own congregation. And then I also started to do trainings, regional and national, for mostly high school age youth, about racial justice, about social justice, about chaplaincy, learning about the local areas where we worked. Sometimes I led them on service learning trips. Generally, though, working with young people about how to be good people and how to be the kinds of Unitarian Universalists that they wanted to do. I did that because it was important to me, and it is important to me, that young people have the kind of faith experience that I didn't have. One where I was taken seriously, where my thoughts and my opinions mattered, where people saw me and noticed me not as something to talk at, but somebody to listen to help to grow in the way that I would grow, not in the ways that they wanted me to grow. When I came to this congregation, one of the questions that I got asked, I remember this. I don't know if the people who were on that search team remember this, but one of the questions was, we see you do a lot of work with young people. Why do you want to work in this congregation full of old people? And what I hope I said then, what I knew to be true and know to be true now, is that a bunch of old people need the same thing as a bunch of young people. Somebody to love them, somebody to believe in them, to help them figure out what's important, how to live good lives, and be good people. Here, I get to do that from the oldest among us to the youngest among us. And I hope that we are creating a space where all of us get to do that for each other. However old or young you are, however you found yourself in this space, may your roots grow deep. May your branches spread far. May you find this world to be a wonderful place, full of opportunity and struggle and exploration, and leave it better for those who follow. We support the work of this congregation in many ways. The gift of our time and our talents, and some people know these words, also our treasure. Your financial contributions help to support the ongoing work of this congregation, ways that we are able to keep the lights on and the doors open, but also show up for each other and for our community in care and in justice. Your contributions to our Helping Hand Fund support local organizations in need, a portion of which goes to our minister's discretionary fund, which helps individuals in immediate need. However you give, if you are donating online using the PayPal link, or here using the PayPal link, that's possible, or the baskets that someone will be circulating in a moment. I'm giving somebody time to walk to where the baskets are. However you give, your contributions will be generously given and gratefully received. Thank you. This is a time in our community of shared faith when we share our deep joys, our sorrows, and concerns for the world. If you have a joy or concern, a milestone to share, we ask that you approach the microphone so that people who are joining and connect to the air flowing in your body. Let it loosen what you are holding tight. As you breathe and hear the murmur in this room, may that connect you to our siblings who share this faith with us. These words are from the Unitarian religious educator, Sophia Lyon-Faz. For so the children come, and so they have been coming, always in the same way they come, born of the seed of man and woman. No angels herald their beginnings, no prophets predict their future courses. No wise men see a star to show where to find the babe who will save mankind. Yet each night a child is born is a holy night. Fathers and mothers, parents sitting beside their children's cribs, feel glory in the sight of a new life beginning. They ask, where and how will this new life lead? Each night a child is born is a holy night, a time for singing, a time for wondering, a time for worshiping. May it be. We're going to sing a second song together. This one is a little more complicated. It's 1021 in your hymnal, but I'll bet it's familiar to you. Teal hymnal, in your teal hymnal, Lean on Me. And I don't know, are you going to give us some instruction or guidance in the song?
Yeah, I'll try a bit of an intro as the original recording was sung and written by this great Bill Withers. And then it'll give you a little guide of the key and then it in the groove.
You may get into that groove better if you sing. You don't have to.
As we go, and please start 2, 3, 4. Just call on the brother. Now, anybody can start a verse or a chorus, and we'll let you lead. Anybody? Yes. Yeah. Just call my brother. Well, we don't need somebody. I just somebody. And just take it from the top, verse 1. Lean on me. Now, on, call on your brother. Yeah. Might have a problem.
All right. So here we get to do this amazing thing, and I am lapel mic because it involves me walking around, but I should have pulled this up before when I had all that time singing. This afternoon, we get to dedicate 6 children from 3 families. Am I good? Dianya Jean Kiddos King, Maya Ruth Kiddos King, Isla Beatrice McLean, Nina Florence McLean, Anjali Lagari Quatra, and Dev Lagari Quatra. A child dedication is one of the most special rituals that I get to perform as a minister. It sounds as if we are dedicating children to this community. But really, we as a community dedicate ourselves to these children and their families. As parents and non-parental adults, we come into this blessing with so many hopes and wishes. Our hopes that their light shine bright, that they carry on the light of our lives into the future. We hope to leave you a world where you can thrive. We hope that we are worthy of you and your precious lives. Nelson Mandela is quoted as saying, "Children are a treasure, the wealth of a country. They are the future leaders of a society and the entire nation. But in order to play that role, they must be given support. They must be given education. Their health must be looked after. And above all, they must be given love. This is our opportunity to pledge our support, our commitment to your education and your health, our promise to look after you, and above all, our promise to love you." And so I think I want to call up the parents, one family at a time. And I know some of you want to say some words before we make your covenant. So let's try Susan first. Well, I don't know. I guess we should all come up, I think. It's a lot of standing, but yeah, let's all come up. I had to clear some space up here. Yeah, we don't need this chair unless somebody gets tired. So you get to, you wanted to say something? Yes.
Just say a word or two. I'm so excited to have this opportunity to have my kids blessed today. In the words of yours earlier about being heard and being seen and being listened to, I've always felt that way when I've been here, and my kids have very much felt that way. And that is not something I grew up with. So I really appreciate that. And I love that these kids have a safe space with their other friends in this sweet group. So I feel very blessed.
So here is the covenant. So Eddie can't be here, but we'll just imagine that he is joining in, and this is your promise to them. Susan, to you, Susan, Kane, and Eddie Quiroz Ramirez, covenant together as a family with Ziania and Maya, promising each child and one another boundless love and clear boundaries, a lifetime of listening carefully and speaking truthfully, of holding close when you can and letting go when you must.
We do.
Cool. Next, I am going to call up Emily White and Kristen McLean. No, I think we all need to stay up here because there's more. We're going to get very crowded. Did you want to say something? Yeah. Everybody's allowed to speak, but not required. So it might look different for each family.
A few words, yeah. So I wasn't going to say anything, and then Reverend Kimberly said, or you could say a few words, and then I wrote something, and I'm just going to say it because I've been crying this whole service already. So I'm just going to read to you what I wanted to say. To my two powerful daughters on this, the beginning of their journey of religious exploration. Religion has been the cause of much hope in the world and also much suffering. But learning about the belief systems that people hold deep is a way to understand cultures, people, and the world. I hope you embark on this journey with open minds under the loving leadership of Reverend Kimberly and this kind and brave group of young women together. And I wish you joy, confidence, growth, and a growing empathy for the world. And I hope you know how loved and supported each of you is.
Do you, Emily and Christian, covenant together as a family with Isla and Nina, promising each child and one another boundless love and clear boundaries, a lifetime of listening carefully and speaking truthfully, of holding close when you can and letting go when you must? And Katie and Neil Quatra. You get to say something if you want.
Becoming a parent has been one of the most meaningful experiences of my life and a great blessing. And I can only think of Psalms that have been very special to me, for my daughter and for my son. For my daughter, a verse from the 118th, for this is the day we are given. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. And for my son, who's already gone through so much in his first year of life, the Psalm 139 gave me great comfort. For it was you who formed my inward part. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I will praise you, for I am awesomely and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, and my soul knows it well. Thank you, Reverend Kimberly, for welcoming us to this congregation.
Do you, Katie and Neil, covenant together as a family with Anjali and Dev, promising each child and one another boundless love and clear boundaries, a lifetime of listening carefully and speaking truthfully, of holding close when you can and letting go when you must? For all of you parents, let me say this. Presenting your child at this service, you invite all of us to share some of the joy and responsibility that is yours as parents. You seek our support in your dedication to the task of fostering with love and guidance the fullest unfolding of the personality of your child. Your task may not always be an easy one. The time may come when you will be called upon to sacrifice ambitions, deny yourselves pleasure, and set aside your own dreams so that your child may tread more surely. But you accept this service to one another, knowing that your own lives will be fuller and richer in consequence. do you all promise that to the best of your human abilities, you will help this child to an appreciation of truth and beauty, uprightness of character, and love? If so, say. And now I get to bless each one of you. I don't have any particular order. I mean, I did in my head, but it doesn't have to be that order. I think in whichever order you want to come up here for this blessing. Or I can call Deb. Right, I'm gonna get your full name, Deb Legary Quatra. So I should say about the blessing, we use a rose, a little in its bud. You get one more in its bud to remind us of the beauty of life, but of the potential of life. We take away the thorns because we know that we can't protect you from all of life's hurt, but we will do what we can. And we use water to bless you, not because we are washing away anything that is sinful, but because water is the source of all life. And this reminds us of that. And so, Deb, I am going to bless your head, that you keep your curiosity and grow in wisdom, your eyes, that you see beauty and wonder in life, your mouth, that you taste the sweetness of life, and that you speak the truth, your heart, that you may know love and give it, your hands, that you find good work to do, and your little feet, that you may find your own path through life. Wait, get your actually, you get to pick which rose you want. This is the benefit of coming up earlier. I'm gonna remember all of my blessings. Your head, that you keep your curiosity and grow in wisdom. Your eyes, that you see the beauty and wonder in the world. Your mouth, that you taste life's sweetness and speak the truth. Your heart, that you know love and give it. Your hands, that you find good work. And your feet, that you find your own path through life. You Iowa, Beatrice McLean. Your brow, your head, that you be curious and grow in wisdom. Your eyes, that you see the beauty in life. Your mouth, that you taste life's sweetness and speak the truth. Your heart, that you know love and give it. Your hands, that you find good work, and your feet, that you find your own path through life. Thank you. Oh, you get to pick. All right. Yellow. You would think I would remember this, but I have to keep reading. Your head, that you keep your curiosity and grow in wisdom. Your eyes, that you see the beauty in life. Your mouth, that you taste life's sweetness and speak the truth. Your heart, that you have love and give it. Your hands, that you find good work, and your feet, that you find your own path in this world. There's a tiny bit more, but you all can sit if you want. Which color? Maya. Bless your head that you know curiosity and wonder. Your eyes that you see the beauty in life. Your mouth that you taste life's sweetness and that you speak the truth. Your heart that you know love and give it. Your hands that you find good work, and your feet that you find your own path in life. And oh, do you want me to hold it for you? Is it going to be hard for you to hold it in through your crutches? Hmm. Oh, I keep picking and forgetting. Dianya. Your brow that you know curiosity and wonder. Your eyes that you see the beauty in life. Your mouth that you taste like sweetness and speak the truth. Your heart that you know love and give it. Your hands that you find good work, and your feet that you find your own path in life. And for this congregation, you have a part in this affirmation as well. The pink pages, this is your unison affirmation. I'm waiting for you to find it. We welcome you to this community of faith. We rejoice in your arrival. We offer our companionship and our care. We pledge to support you and your family as you grow. We commit ourselves to the building of a just, loving, and peaceful world in which you and all your children live. As we bless you, I offer this reminder to all of our adults, adapted from Marian Wright Edelman. What we owe our children is our best effort to be a person worth emulating and to send through our lives a message to the future we hope they will feel is worth transmitting to their children and grandchildren. May we grow big enough one day to feel we have done so. And to our children, we are yours and you are ours, however your life unfolds, whatever path you take, this is always your home. Jim is going to lead us in song, I Know This Rose Will Open.
Wait till everybody gets the book.
396.
Just give you a cue if everybody can sing this first line. And are we ready? We'll start a little slow so we can get on board, and then we'll maybe speed it up. So here we go. As soon as everybody gets. And who knows it the best? Does anybody kind of know it? So,
I know it, but I'm a terrible singer.
so what? I mean, I think let's correct. It's okay to start a song and then, fine tune it as you go.
All right.
Let's just.
Do you want me to sing it?
Stop time, and I'll do the thing. There's no beat here. We'll just get on board the thing, so.
Do you want me to sing it so people can hear it?
Do it.
I'm gonna sing it once. Not a professional singer. I know this rose will open. I know my fear will burn away. I know my soul will unfurl its wings. I know this rose will open.
Time for the first line, and we'll come out here. I know this will. Good job.
I thought for sure that was a song that everyone knew. If you are joining us on Zoom, the Zoom room will remain open for a few minutes after service concludes for informal conversation. If you're joining us in the meeting house, we invite you to stay for some light refreshments and fellowship. If you are visiting, again, please sign our guest book. We hope that you'll join us next week. Our worship will be led by Leah Oppenheimer, who will talk about her work at CME, the Children's Museum of the East End, and their advocacy more broadly. And if you are visiting for the first time or the 500th time, if you find yourself in agreement with our principles, our values, our mission here, we hope that you will find a home here. Our closing words are from James Baldwin. For nothing is fixed. Forever and forever and forever, it is not fixed. The earth is always shifting. The light is always changing. The sea does not cease to grind down rock. Generations do not cease to be born. And we are responsible to them because we are the only witnesses they have. The sea rises, the light fails, lovers cling to each other, and children cling to us. The moment we cease to hold each other, the moment we break faith with one another, the sea engulfs us and the light goes out. We extinguish our flame with the unison words in your order of service. We extinguish this flame. Last song, usually not one sung as a congregation, but this time you gotta do when the Spirit says do. So stand up if you can or you will.
Kids, I need you on this one. You might have learned this from rapping. I've decided to, rather than do this as it's totally written in the prayer book, I've decided to simplify it. So we
Yay.
don't have a train wreck, but also you don't really have to read this, and I'm going to run you through one time. It's rather self-explanatory. We're gonna, if you repeat after me, we'll go through slowly. So, kids, can you please sing this? You gotta do. Get my key. You gotta do when the Spirit says do. Repeat that. You gotta do when the Spirit says do. Or when the Spirit says do, you gotta do. Oh Lord, Lord. You gotta do when the Spirit says do. Let's go. Next one is going to be let's sing. You got to sing when the Spirit says sing. You got to sing when the Spirit says sing. Oh, when the Spirit says sing, you got to sing right along. Sing when the Spirit says. Let's sing. La 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 la. Somebody clap. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. And hum. You gotta hum when the Spirit says hum. You gotta hum when the Spirit says hum. Oh, when the Spirit says hum, you gotta hum right along. Hum when the Spirit. I need you on this one, kids. Here we go. Let's clap now when the Spirit says clap. Spirit says you got to clap when the Spirit says clap. You got to clap when the Spirit says clap. But when the parrot says clap, you gotta clap right along. Yeah. And let's dance. You got to dance. Dance, Josh. You got to dance when the Spirit says hey. When the Spirit says dance, you gotta dance right along. Let me tell you something about dancing. Now, kids, listen up here. I'll give you some wise words. All you gotta do is stand in one spot, move around just a little bit, move around a little like this, not too much. You got to dance when the Spirit says dance. You got to dance when the Spirit says dance. Oh, when the Spirit says dance, you got to dance along. Down, down, down. You got to shout. You got to shout when the Spirit says dance. Hey! Shake when the Spirit says dance. Oh! Shout. Along, down when the Spirit says dance. And sing. You got to sing when the Spirit says dance. Very loud. Sing when the Spirit says sing. Oh, the Spirit says sing. You gotta sing right along. You gotta stop when the Spirit says stop. Thank you so much. Thanks so much. Thank you.